And good morning, good evening, good afternoon, traders all around the world. This is FX Passion with another recorded webinar. And you should see this webinar on Wednesday, May 8th. And we are in Melbourne. Melbourne, it's noon and 30 minutes. Singapore, 10 a.m. 28, 10 a.m. 30 minutes. Madrid, it's May 8th, so it's 4 a.m. Miguel is sleeping probably. New York and Toronto is 10:30 p.m. May 7th, and London, England, it's 3 a.m. Everybody, this is Forex Trading for Beginners, and let's start today with the trading crown formation. So we are going to address a new topic. And remember, our goal for you is to become consistently profitable. Okay, we are here to help you shorten the learning curve to profitability. But you should know when, how and why you make and or lose money. And you should not be allowed to trade with real money until you reach the goal. What is the goal? To become consistently profitable. Minimum 3 months, no losing months in between the 3 months. And of course, here is the risk disclaimer: don't trade with money you cannot afford to lose, and the webinars are not investment advice, they are for educational purposes only. Your job is to question everything, but we are not streaming yet, so we are going to leave the questions. But you can send the question through the Gmail contact, Skype contact, or LinkedIn contact. And yes, we are going to have the homeworks. Okay, that being said, let's dive into the live markets. Okay, so NZD/JPY. Okay, so let's start in here. Now, we learned about trading the Fibonacci sequence, right? And we have in an uptrend, we have the up Fibonacci. We are looking to trade the upswing, and in a downtrend, we are looking to trade the downswing, right? The Fibonacci. And we said, of course, that in an uptrend, we are going to have the capital A. We're going to talk only about the original Fibonacci today. So capital A, capital B, right? And in a downtrend, let's clone the A, we're going to have exactly the same but in the opposite direction. Capital A, capital B. Now, and we said that the best entries inside the AB boundary are where we can find the so-called conformity, right? So we should have another contrarian Fibonacci like this, and don't bother with numbers, everybody. I just reinstalled the JForex platform and I need to rearrange the numbers, the retracement and the extensions. Okay, however, so we learned that this is a conformity, right? Because not the best example, maybe I should put it bigger, high. Okay, there you go. Now this is the conformity. Why is that? Because the maximum, the extension of the contrarian Fibonacci is below the capital A, and this is the conformity. Why is that? Because the maximum, the extension of the contrarian Fibonacci in a downtrend, in a down Fibonacci, is above the capital A. Okay, now there is one more technique that is going to increase the probability of your trade, okay, especially according to timing. Okay, why is that? Well, sometimes we enter here, right, but the market for some reason goes up and sideways and down and whatever, right? And the same is going to do sometimes, not always, but sometimes we're going to enter, oh, we have a conformity, and we're going to enter the market, and the market is going to fall and go up and sideways, right, and up again, and finally fall. Okay, so the technique is called the crown. We're going to learn how to use the crown before we enter the market. Okay, now what is the crown? I had a lecture before, so I have already here the formations. Now this is a crown. Okay, and this is the crown reversal. Of course, it's the same crown, just in the opposite direction. Okay, now if you compare head and shoulders, which are okay, no problem, and the crown is better as an entry technique, okay, or an entry signal. Why is that? Well, head and shoulders, the shoulders of the head and shoulders are generally in the same area, so you cannot predict the potential reversal. But with the crown you can, because one specific of the crown is that we have the left tip, right, the center tip, which in a crown must be the highest high, and then when the center tip closes, we have, look here everybody, we have the lower low. Okay, and this is going to show us that the market is ready to fall. Of course, it was making higher, like in here, right? This is the market on every time frame. What is an uptrend? Well, an uptrend is market making higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, until the market makes a lower low, right? So lower low, it's signaling the potential crown. Of course, there is the right tip again. And when the market is in a downtrend, what is a downtrend? Well, of course, lower lows, lower highs, lower low, lower highs, until the market makes a higher high. So this is the crown reversal, right? And if you want to use trend lines, right, when the market breaks the trend lines, most likely the market is going to break the trend line when a crown or a crown reversal appears. See? Okay, this, of course, this is theory. We are going to check the live markets. I'm going to show you how to read the chart for you to find the crown. Okay, but in order for the market to break a trend line, it must make a lower low, and again lower high, lower low. Okay, and of course, in order to make the downtrend line, the market must change, right, from lower lows, lower highs to higher highs, higher lows, higher highs to higher lows. Okay, so this is what we want to learn so far, and let's see the chart first. Let's see the chart first. And again, I'm going to delete the indicators. We are not there yet. We are not there yet. Okay. So, come on. We're going to move this. This is ANZD-JPY daily chart, everybody. And we have the A and we have the B, right? The capital AB. And this is the C up in here. Now, question, is this a conformed C? Is this a conformed C? No, it's not, right? Because if this is the contrarian and the maximum the extension is in here, we are still inside the AB boundary. Okay, so this is the C, yes, no doubt about that, because this is the highest point inside the AB boundary after the B. Now, what can we see here? Well, let's try to find the crown. Okay, so the crown is a left tip, a low and a high, then a center tip with a higher low and a higher high, and then this center tip must close with a lower low. Okay, and when it does, most likely it's going to break a trend line. So let's try to find the center tip. Maybe it's going to be the easiest way. So where is the center tip? Well, this is the center tip, right? Because this is the C, and the C is the highest high. And of course there is a question, Passion, is the C always the crown or the crown reversal? And surprisingly the answer is yes, everybody, is yes. Of course this is not confirmed, meaning the market can start go back up again and we are going to have another crown or a crown reversal in this example, okay? But the answer is yes. So question was, is the C always a crown? The answer is yes. When the market finds the confirmed C, or the C where it's going to reverse is going to crown. Write this down, everybody. If you're a beginner trader, write this down. When the market is ready to change direction, is going to crown. Okay? So we need a low, a high, and a lower low, right? This is the low, this is the high, and this is the lower low, right? So if this is theory and this is the market, if this is the center tip, well, where is the left tip? Well, let's see. It must be a lower high, right? Well, maybe not this line, but short line. Okay, so can it be this high? Well, most likely not, right? Because if this is the high, then this is going to be the low. So this is going to be the high and this is going to be the low. Now this is the live market, right? This is all beautiful and this is theory and this is all okay. Now the live market is a little bit different. And as you can see, the market has crowned. Even though this is a crown reversal, it has crowned, right? Why is that? Well, the market is making higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, crowned, and it's making lower lows, lower highs. Can you see that, everybody? And talking about trend lines, the trend line goes like this. This is the appropriate trend line. What is the trend line? A trend line is a tool that confirms the trend, right? So until here, this uptrend line confirmed this uptrend. The market was making higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows. Broke the uptrend line, crowned, and reversed, right? It's making lower lows, lower highs. Not so difficult, I hope. Now, again, we can use the crown in, as you can see, for both directions, right? You can trace a retracement with the crown reversal, or extensions, right? So, but let's say, just for the sake of learning, that DC is not confirmed, right? I mean, DC is not confirmed, and let's see that because of this, the market is going to lock in sideways movement or whatever. Okay, how do you know if you short the market? If you shorted the market here, how do you know that maybe it's time to get out of the trade? Oh, Passion, but you said that we should wait until the market hits the appropriate extension. Yes, but you should also, everybody, you should manage the trade, okay? And one of the concepts that we were teaching you in January is one of the basic is never let a winning trade become a losing trade, right? So if you short the market somewhere in here, right, so you can say, okay, this was a sideways movement, I didn't know anything about the crown, and now the market broke this channel, I'm short. Well, okay, no problem, right? And yes, we didn't talk about the rules on how to trade the crown, so just give me a second. Let's say that we are here, right? We are short and we are making our profit, and so if this is the center tip, right, this must be the left tip. Now if the market makes a higher high, right, don't you think is a time to, even though it's going to be a small, but don't you think it's the time to pocket your profit and stay out or wait for another trading opportunity? Remember everybody, this is how the market moves. You can take a picture, you can print it out, put it in front of your computer, okay? So this is how the market moves, up and down, is waving. And remember, the higher time frame controls the smaller time frame. Remember, okay? I'm going to, this is so important. Let's say that your Fibonacci on your, is just an example. Let's say that your Fibonacci on the 1 hour chart is up, okay? And you found the deep C, the confirmed C, and let's say the black is the crown on the daily. What do you think this is a sure way to lose money, everybody, okay? We are teaching you, we are telling you, you need to know, you need to understand why sometimes, why do you lose, why we lose, we all lose sometimes. This is one reason. When everything is up, right, the trend line is up, the Fibonacci is up, the Ichimoku is up, the JP Morgan super system is telling you to buy, you enter a long trade and you lose the trade. And you are scratching your head, man, what just happened? A crown happened on the bigger scale. Maybe on the monthly, maybe on the weekly, maybe on the daily. But don't enter. Now that you are learning this, everybody, pay attention. Pay attention when are you entering the... Yes, it's all okay with the Fibonacci, but you should be aware where are you entering your Fibonaccis. Because maybe you are entering in the wrong place. And the right tip of a crown is the wrong place to enter against the crown, against the trend, right? Sometimes, because this is theory, right, we have learned that this is the long outer trend line, and sometimes the market does this, right? It goes like this and up and down and still again up, right? So remember, this is the crown, right? Or here, see, we have two lows and two highs, but we are still in an uptrend, right? Remember, but if you are trading on the 1 hour chart and crown happens, even though it's in an uptrend from the daily, but when a crown happens on the daily, everybody, 99% of the time you are going to lose your trade on the 1 hour chart. I'm not going to say guaranteed, because there are no guarantee for nothing in the market, but okay, 99 is too much, okay. But the statistics are saying 90 to 95%, not on the daily, of course, because the daily Fibonacci could be like this, right? But if you're entering buying in here on the 1 hour chart, most likely you are going to lose your trade. Oh, Passion, I entered this trade and I won. congratulations for breaking the rules. Okay, if you are going to break the rules and if you are going to win, we are keep telling you this also. Don't be so naive, because sometimes you're going to enter here buying and yes, the market, okay, is going to push up, but this is luck, everybody. Don't be so naive and think that just because you are breaking the rules that you are going to win. No way. So pay attention, everybody, when and where you are entering on the higher time frame. I'm telling you. Okay, so this is the crown reversal. Now, and let's open NZD-CAD on the daily chart, and I need to rearrange the colors. Custom theme. Oh, I do have it. Great. Okay. Look at this price movement, everybody. Okay. So the downtrend, daily chart, the downtrend started up in here. False breakout, of course. Okay. So far we are here. When the market is going to make a lower low, then we are going to adjust this trend line. But so far, it's like this. Now, very slowly, I'm going to draw structure. Okay, high, low, lower high, lower low, lower high, structure, right? Lower low, and finally lower high. Okay, now if you can learn how to find, how to spot the crown, you are going to increase your profitability a lot. I'm not going to say 20, 30, 40%, okay, but if you can spot a crown, you would not buy in here, you would not buy in here, sorry, I need to speak in the past, right? You wouldn't have bought up in here, you wouldn't have sold down in here, you wouldn't have bought up in here, and you wouldn't have. So I know a few traders and students that have bought up here, lost the trade, short the market down here. Oh, we are in a downtrend. Yes, we were. Crown, lost the trade. Oh, we are in an uptrend. Let's buy. Crown, lost the trade. Oh, we are in a downtrend. Yes, we are. Short, lost the trade. Okay. So, oh, Passion, I don't believe you. Great. I love I love these comments. I love the comments when you say that you don't believe. Okay, let's go step by step, right? We are going to use the black. We are here, right? And we don't have the crystal ball. Okay, we don't have the crystal ball. Now we are here and we are waiting for the. So why we are here? We are starting here because we have two highs as a reference for the long-term downtrend line. Okay, so this is the high and this is the second high. Okay, and of course, come on, we want to trade. And we said, well, we were in an uptrend and the market just broke our uptrend line, right? So we want to short the market, which is okay. Now this is low, high, so we are going to chart the trend right now. The trend. So let's see, the market is falling, low, right? Where is the low? Where is the next high? Not this one. I need to go slowly. So we are charting the trend, right? So, and of course this is the downtrend so far. So we want to short the market, right? And again, we are going to use the Fibonacci's and we are going to short the conformed C, and we are going to short the counter trendline breaks. So let's wait for the market to break, right? Okay, let's use the orange to chart the trend, the downtrend. Okay, come on, orange color. There you go. And finally the market broke, right? Our counter trend line. Now pay attention, everybody. Here we shorten here. Do we have a crown or crown reversal? Do we have a center tip and a higher high? We do not, right? So this short trade is okay. Let's move on. The market, of course, is falling again, falling, and we are charting the trend. Remember, we are charting the highs and the lows. High, low, high, yes, okay. Now we are here, and we are going to, again, we want to wait. Okay, we are charting again. I need the arrow later. So trend, right? Lower lows, lower highs. Not sure. Lower lows, lower highs. Okay, so another trend line break was here. Good entry, of course. Another counter trend line was here, if you want. All is good, right? And we are here right now. Let me see. Okay. Let me see. So high, low, right? This is the trend. Now we are going to short again, right? So this is the counter trend line. Okay. Okay. Now everybody pay attention to this, especially the one who said, "Oh, I don't believe you." Do we have or don't we have a counter trendline break? Do we have or don't we have? I hope my English is correct. Do we have or don't we have the 1, 2, come on, the counter trendline break in here? We have it, right? Now, do we have a crown reversal, everybody? Do we have a crown reversal? I would say yes. I would say yes, because now I'm going to delete a few things. Delete the trend, right? Highs and lows. Delete the trend. Now, I need a center, right? Which is the lowest point. So this is the center. This is the center high. Okay, this is the center, right? Now I need the left tip again. So I need the low, which is this one, and I need this low. So I have the left tip of the crown, which is here. I have the left tip of the crown. Let's color code this in this one. No. Okay, blue. I have the center tip of the crown, which is this one, until here, right? And let's color code this in red. Okay. Now, remember, we don't have the crystal ball, and again, crowns are not guaranteed, but they work 80%, 90% of the time they work. Okay, so for the traders, remember this is not a program chart. I don't know, maybe the market is going to go further down, I don't know, but this is a crown reversal, everybody. So we are not entering in here, okay, but I'm just curious to see what happened. The market should, let me see, went down, right? Continuing. Let's wait, let's see. And remember, this is the daily chart, everybody. Okay, so if we short the market in here, yes, okay, we have this crown reversal didn't work. Okay, didn't work. So again, we're going to leave it like this, and again, the market is making again lower lows, lower highs, right? Lower lows, and let's see. Don't smile, this is just one example. Yeah, it's funny, okay? Stay with me, no problems. Just stay with me, everybody. Okay? So we're going to delete this. Yes. Okay, so we have a center tip, right? And we're going to do the same. And this is the left tip, I believe, right? Now let's see, we want to see a crown reversal. Okay, there you go. So I'm going to move to another. I want to see, everybody, I wanted to see that it's risky to enter against the crowns. So we have the left tip, right? The center tip, the bottom is the lowest low, and the market just broke, it made a higher high. And again, we are still in a downtrend, right? And of course, we want to short the market, right? You could be thinking, oh, the same that happened in here, and this crown doesn't work. Passion is talking a lot of BS, you know? So the same that happened in here is going to happen in here, right? Because we don't have the crystal ball. We just wait for, this is a minor retracement, right? And we are waiting for the counter trendline break. So let's wait. I cannot break the candles. Boom. Okay, again, do we have or do we have not a counter trendline break? Yes, if we have it, right, like in here, we have it in here. So are we still in a downtrend? Yes, we are, right? The market's making lower lows, lower highs. Okay, but finally the market made a higher high, so it crowned, and this is the crown reversal. Come on, I need the black. This is the crown reversal, right? Now again, I don't have the crystal ball. Let me see what happens with this trade. We short the market, we shorted the market in here, right? And see, we would lost. And you could say, well, Passion, it's the same because we won one, right, and we lost one, so it's 1 per 1. Okay, no problem. So now the trend has changed, right? From the downtrend, lower lows, lower highs, it's making higher highs and higher lows. So we want to buy the market, right? And we're going to delete the crown, and we're going to monitor, we're going to chart the uptrend, right? Uptrend, so high, low, and again we want to enter in with the counter trendline break, no problem, right? So let's go. We are charting the trend, high, low, low if you want, high, right? And those are all entries which are okay. Counter trendline in here, counter trendline in here if you want, counter trendline in here. We are buying the market, right? And our uptrend line is here. We have the outer long-term uptrend line. Remember, this is the daily chart, and we have the inner trend line. So we are charting the trend. Let's see. Okay, so we are here right now, and we are here. Whoa, bullish engulfing candle, right? And we are here right now, charting the trend. So high, low, high, low, high. There you go. This is our trend, and we were buying. No, nothing difficult, right? Bought in here, right? Now, remember everybody, when you are trading, when we are trading, we don't have the crystal ball, right? But let's see how our brain works. Number one, are we or are we not still in an uptrend? Yes, we are, right? Number two, let's wait for another counter trend line break. We want to buy, right? We want to buy, and this is the trend line. Come on. Okay, something like this, maybe. Okay, we are in an uptrend, right? And this is the counter trend line break. Now, again, let's use let's make it blue and like this. So up in here, everybody, left tip, center tip, right? Do we have or do we not have a lower low? Here. Yeah, so very slowly, for the beginner trader, I want you to understand, when this is just an example, but this is how the majority of us think. Question number one, are we or are we not in an uptrend? And the answer is yes. Should we sell or should we buy in an uptrend? We are going to buy, right? Because we bought in here, we did buy in here. We made a profit in here, profit here, profit here, profit here, right? Let's suppose that we don't know anything about crowns. So this retracement here is just another retracement, right? So most likely we would buy this candlestick formation here. Why not? We are in an uptrend, the market is making higher highs, higher lows, right? Our Fibonacci is like this, so we have everything in place to go long, right? But if we would bought in here, what would have happened? Bam! Lost the trade. See everybody? Now, for the one who said, oh, Passion, I don't believe you, and you were smiling, okay, nothing wrong. I love you, man, okay, don't worry. You won in here, but you lost in here, because I'm telling you, everybody, don't enter against the crown. Now, you lost again in here. Right? Why? What? Passion, why? Well, it crowned. The market is making higher highs, higher lows, and start making lower lows, lower highs. Let me check the time, everybody. Okay. So where are we? NSDCAD daily chart here. NSDCAD here. Okay. And if you don't believe me, let's say so. Let's clean everything, right? Let's clean up the chart. Clean up, clean up, clean up, clean up. We don't have a lot of time, so let's go swiftly. There you go. So again, the market broke the trend line, but this is a great example, everybody, in here. This was a great example because here we were the long up trend line. The market was still in above the long-term uptrend line here, right? Now that you have learned the crown, get out. Don't buy. Wait for the market to give you another signal. Okay? And I want to show you everybody. So, okay, JForex again. In here we do not have. Okay, so this is another crown, but if you would have shorted the market, so the market is making lower lows, lower highs, so this is the downtrend, right? A little bit of sideways movement, correction, whatever, but the trend resumed its course, right? Making lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs. Now, if you would short the market in here again, everybody, see? And this is not the best crown, but this is the live market. So center tip, and this is the lower, right? So where is the first high? This is now the crown. Center tip, left tip, right? So here and again in here, right? The market is making. You don't have the crystal ball when you trade. We are clear on that, right? So when this happens, you say, well, we are still in a downtrend, right? Where is the downtrend line? Look at this, everybody. So we don't have the crystal ball when we trade, and this was the long-term downtrend line, right? And the market broke this one like this. See, this is not the best crown, but and when you trade, when we trade, me too, right? When it's time to trade, we are going to perceive the market, this higher high, higher low. We're going to think, oh, this is nothing, right? It's just a retracement, like in here, right? Low, higher low, it was a retracement, the market fall. Low, higher low, it was a retracement, the market fall, right? So low, higher low, this is a retracement, the market's going to fall. Wrong. Bam, lost the trade. Okay, now this is not the best crown, this was difficult to spot, right? But when the market broke the left tip, everybody, you don't need to wait for the market to close a high, but here it crowned, right? Here it crowned. So if you are, we were saying that, oh, Passion, should we close the trade and whatever? Well, you need to manage the trade. So this was a difficult one, right? And if you would enter in here, which I would, honestly, I would enter shorting the market here. I would short the market in here. I don't have any reasons why not. It's making lower lows, lower highs, still below the downtrend line, down Fibonacci, right? But as soon as possible, the market would break this high. This is a crown, everybody. So if you are asking, oh, should we have a closed high to exit the you don't need a closed high to exit the trade. As soon as the market crowns, pocket your profits or cut your losers. So this was a loss. I was happy in here. Here I was angry, and this is a pure loss. This market movement back up again was predictable. Why is that? Well, out 9 times out of 10, 8 times out of 10, when the market crowns, it goes in the opposite direction, right? Now, uptrend, right? Look at this. So a lot of pips were lost in this sideways movement in here, right? Some of you were asking, Oh, the market crowned here, right? So we have the left tip, the center, and lower low, right? And the answer is yes. So left, center, right? And but if we shorten here, so the market went against us. This is just to show you the also crowns are not what 100%. But when the market turns, everybody remember, when the market turns, of course this was nothing more than a retest of everything, okay? But when the market turns, you are going to find, everybody, always a crown when the market finally turns. And the market is turning on NZDCAD daily chart. And here is the crown, right? This is the low, lower low, so crown, right? So this is the low, this is the center tip with the lower low, right? Center tip is the highest high, left tip, so left tip, center tip, lower low, and the market is falling. Follow the rules, everybody. Don't think just because the market didn't fall in here that you are going to buy this uptrend. I know some of you have bought this uptrend, lost pips. Oh, the uptrend is continuing, you know, it's making again higher highs, higher lows. So wait a minute, compress the chart, right? Compress the chart. I know some of you, everybody, you didn't follow the rules, right? You bought in here, right? Oh, the market, you bought in here. Why? Well, first, this crown didn't work. Second, the market was making higher highs, higher lows, up Fibonacci, and the market broke the long-term downtrend line. And we don't have the crystal ball. This market is going to the moon, right? No. No. This is the risky area, everybody. Don't try to catch the absolute highs or the absolute lows. Wait up in here. Wait for the market to reveal itself. Okay, so let me check the time. Okay, 5 more minutes. Now, talking about rules of entry. Rules of entry. So let's write this down. What do you want? A crown or crown reversal? Crown. Okay, crown. Rules. Come on. Rules for entering or closing the crown. Okay, those are the rules. Number 1, wait for the market to close the center tip. This is number 1. Number 2, put a Fibonacci on the left side of the center tip. And number 3, finally, enter selling the right tip of the crown with counter trend line break plus confirmed C, possibly. Okay, those are the rules. So we're going to use this as an example, right? So wait for the market to close the center tip. So we are here waiting. The market closed the center tip. So we are waiting for this one. Number 2, put a Fibonacci on the, this is wrong, on the right side, not the left, on the right side, on the right side of the center tip. So we're going to put a down Fibonacci on the right side of the center tip, right? So this is the right side, and this is our Fibonacci. Number 3, enter selling the right tip, which is this one, of the crown with a counter trendline break and conformity possibly. So when the market is going to, when the market is going to form the right tip, this is what happens when you want to tell a lot of things in a short period of time, right? When the market is going to form the right tip of the crown, we are going to draw a counter trend line, and this is our original Fibonacci, this is our contrarian, and we are going to short with the counter trend line break, possibly with the conformity. Okay, now the live market. The live market is this. So we said that this was the right side of the crown. So we would put a Fibonacci retracement tool on the crown, not on the highs and the lows, everybody. This is a technique, okay? We're going to put the Fibonacci on this swing, not on the highs and the lows, but on the right tip of the crown. So when the time we want to trade, when the time comes, right? So this is the Fibonacci, and we would draw a counter trend line like this. We would simply short the market in here. Okay, if you want, you could put a contrarian Fibonacci here. You would see that our C is not confirmed. The maximum, the extension of the contrarian is still inside this AB boundary, but we would sell this market. So the market retests the C and fall. NZD cat, the same, right? Right tip of the crown. Right tip of the crown. I mean the right side of the center tip. And counter trend line. Sometimes they are big, sometimes they are small. Counter trend line, we would sell the market in here. Right? The C is not confirmed, it doesn't need to be confirmed. So bam. Okay everybody, this is all for today. See you back tomorrow on Thursday and learn about the crowns. Homework everybody, homework. I almost forgot. Homework. Try to find the crowns on USD CAD daily chart. Try to find as much crowns and crown reversals as possible. Okay, USD CAD daily chart. Try to find as much crown and crown reversal as possible. Remember, you are going to have a crown when the market turns, most likely. So I'm going to give you a hand. Crown, right? I mean crown reversal. Crown reversal. Every time when the market changes from the uptrend to the downtrend and vice versa, you should see a crown. That being said, everybody, stay strong and trade with passion. This is FX Passion signing off.